Oh, Spokane earthquake. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Or actually, technically, still morning here in Spokane, Washington. Spokane Steve here. We got an early game today. It's a packed house here at Dodger Stadium. Just over 49,000 on a Thursday evening to watch the Giants play the Dodgers with the legendary Sandy Koufax on the hill. Lefty Joe Gibbon will oppose him for the Giants. Let me check the series so far. I think the Dodgers won the last game. I don't remember the first game. Let's take a look here. Dodgers won 2-0. No, 6-2. Osteen and Moeller. I'm trying to find the first game now. And the Giants won the first game 6-3, a complete game by Juan Marichal. So this will be the rubber game of the series. Dodgers find themselves in first place, a half a game ahead of the Pirates at 21-12. The Giants come in 14-19. Still trying to figure out how this team is 14-19. The best I can come up with is we're still dealing with a very small sample size, guys. It's a long season. Giants have played 33 games. The Dodgers have played 33 games. So we're roughly 20% through. At least for these two teams. Looking at the starting pitchers today, Gibbon on the year. He's made 10 relief appearances, one start. It was against the Dodgers, of course. 2-0 with a save at a rather high 5.02 ERA in 14 1/3 innings of work. For Koufax, 8 starts, 6-1, 5 complete games, including a shutout, a 2.05 ERA in 70 innings of work, 49 hits allowed, and a league-leading 76 strikeouts. So the expectations are high, as they are anytime Sandy Koufax takes the mound. I'm on early today because I'm going to the airport later this afternoon to pick up my buddy Eric. Most likely we will not have another game until next Wednesday. That's the bad news. The good news is we have a game today. Let's get to the Giants lineup. Tito Fuentes will lead it off at second base. Jesus Alou in left field hits second. Willie Mays in his customary number 3 spot in center. Jim Ray Hart at third hits cleanup. Cap Peterson will play first base and hit fifth. Willie McCovey sits against Sandy. Bob Barton will catch and hit sixth. Ollie Brown in right field hits seventh. Hal Lanier will be the shortstop in the 8th spot, and Gibbon, the pitcher, hits 9th. The Dodgers defensively will have Jeff Torborg behind the dish. Wes Parker at first, Lefevre and Wills up the middle, Gilliam down at third. The outfield left to right of Al Ferraro, Willie Davis, and Fairley. And welcome to Frank. Frank in the pre-play had an exciting walk-off 2-1 win for the Dodgers. In real life, 4-0. A complete game shutout by Koufax. But as you know, anything can happen. That's why we roll the dice. So we're going to get this one started here. Koufax ready to work now. Tito Fuentes will lead it off. Fuentes comes into the game hitting .230, 2 home runs, 11 RBIs. Koufax gets the sign from Torborg. Here's the pitch. It's a 4-7 right-handed, a fly ball into right field. That's playable for Fairley. And he'll take it for the first out. Fuentes a switch hitter, of course, batted right-handed against Sandy. And the batter will be Jesus Alou. Alou hitting just 172 so far. Does not have a home run, 5 RBIs. Of course, he's a weak both ways, so Alou did not hit a lot of home runs. Koufax gets the sign, the windup. Here's the pitch now on a 5-11 right-handed. It's a grounder to first base X. That's going to be the Gold Glove caliber Wes Parker down there, 1E13, and here's the play. On a 2, it's a diving stop by Parker to his feet, shovels to Koufax covering. Oh my, it's a web jam by Wes Parker. That's going to go 3-1X exclamation point. What a play by Parker. He robs Alou of a sure base hit. And up comes Willie Mays with 2 down and nobody on. And if you're facing the Giants, that's exactly how you want to see Mays, with nobody on. Here's the pitch from Sandy now to the great Willie Mays. On a 1-6, he loses him ball 4. So Mays jogs down to first. Let's check the battery now. Koufax a +1, Torborg a -1, but Mays with only a 3 chance of getting the lead. Not really worth it. And the batter will be Jim Ray Hart. And there's Franklin. Go flap your arms and you may take off. I don't know. You guys know I don't like to fly. I don't mind going to the airport as long as I'm not the one getting on the damn plane. Here's Hart. 302 on the season, 8 home runs, 20 runs batted in. Koufax throw over to first, Mays back to the bag. Mays by this point not stealing much, but still an excellent base runner, 1-17. And here's the pitch from the stretch to Hart. On a 110 left-hander, it's a grounder back to the mound. Sandy has it, throws to first, and that'll do it. No runs, no hits, a man left. After a half an inning of play, San Francisco nothing, Los Angeles coming to bat. Is that right, Frank? I've done it. I just don't like to do it. I have done it. I can't say I've never done it. In fact, when I was younger, I enjoyed it. I flew a couple of times from LAX to Houston as a teenager, and I absolutely loved the experience. Somewhere along the line, something happened. Okay, as Gibbon gets ready to work, let's get you the Dodger batting order today. It'll be Maury Wills leading off at short. Jim Gilliam's at third base in the 2 spot. Willie Davis in center bats third. Al Ferrara against the lefty Gibbon gets the start in left field. He's in the cleanup spot. Jim Lefevre at second hits 5th. Ron Fairley in right field 6th. Wes Parker, the first baseman, hits 7th. Just Jeff Torborg doing the catching bats 8th. And Koufax, the pitcher, hits 9th. For the Giants defensively, Barton will do the catching. Cap Peterson at first, Fuentes and Lanier up the middle. Let me make a change on my defensive chart there. Jim Ray Hart down at third, and the outfield left to right of Alou, Mays, and Downtown Brown. Gibbon ready to work. Here's Wills now. Maury hitting .293, no homers, just 3 RBIs. Switch hitter batting right-handed. Gibbon into the windup. Here's the pitch to Wills on a 170. Pops him up left side. Hart will take it for out number 1. Big crowd, folks still filing into the stadium as Jim Gilliam comes to bat. Gilliam just 6 for 40 so far, 150. He does have 1 home run. Switch hitter batting right-handed. The pitch from Gibbon is a 2-7 lefty, and he walks him. A 1-out walk to Gilliam. Gilliam, who also used to steal some bases in his younger day, not really a threat to steal anymore. Let's check the Giant battery. Gibbon a -2 hold. Barton with a +2 arm. That's a wash. He'd be a 13 not held, but he'd have to roll a 6 to get it. He will not be held, and here's Willie Davis. Willie hitting .302, no home runs, but 16 runs batted in. Left on left as Gibbon from the stretch comes in there with a 3-4, and that is a high fly ball into deep right center. That's going to be down into the corner. Here comes Gilliam. Gilliam's rounding, headed for home. Davis, as his hat flies off, steams into third with the daily triple. And the Dodgers jump out in front 1-0. Let's take a look at that play again. 3-4. It was a homer to 6. The roll is a 9. You can see the dot there on the 9. There's the 6. And there's our triple. I don't think we had a triple yesterday, did we? I'll double check that in a minute, but I don't think we did. 1-0 early in the game. Normally I don't pull the infield in early. On the other hand, it's Koufax pitching. I'm going to let the dice decide. 1-3, it's in. They'll be back. Here's Ferrara hitting .250, 1 homer, 4 RBIs. Gibbon checks the runner. Now the windup on the pitch to Al Ferrara on a 3-2. He hits him. Holy cow. Ferrara drilled by the pitch. He is staring at Gibbon as he goes slowly down to first base. That's the second time Ferrara has been plunked this season. Runners at the corners, 1 away, and Jim Lefevre will be the hitter. He's hitting .289, 4 home runs, 16 RBIs. Infield at double play depth. Gibbon from the stretch. 6'5" right-hander. It's a fly ball to center. That's going to be deep enough to score a run. Mays makes the catch. Willie Davis tags and scores easily. And that'll be a sacrifice fly for Lefevre. 2-0, 2 down. And here's Ron Fairley now. Fairley in right field today, comes in hitting .237, 3 homers, 21 RBIs, second on the ball club to Lou Johnson, who's out of the lineup today. Gibbon stares in. Here's the pitch on a 2-8 left-handed. Single on a 1, but on a 13, that soft liner is right into the glove of Tito Fuentes, and that will retire the side. Dodgers scored twice on just 1 hit. After 1 inning of play, they lead it 2-0. Let me pull out yesterday's score sheet here. I'm pretty sure. Oh, God, what am I talking about? Hauser led off the first with the triple. It was the previous game we didn't have a triple. Geez, we had everything else, though, didn't we? The Astros had 4 home runs, 3 doubles, but no triples. That was the crazy 14-2 game. Yeah, it seemed to me we had a game without a triple. I was thinking it was yesterday, but it was actually the day before. Okay, here's Koufax now. Stick to a 2-run lead as we go to the second inning. Cap Peterson will lead it off for San Francisco. Let's find Peterson. Peterson has not played very much. In fact, he's 0 for 9 on the season. He's been in 5 games, mostly as a pinch hitter, and he's still looking for his first hit of the season. Playing first base today. The right-handed batter stands in. Koufax into the windup on a 4-4 righty. It's a shallow fly ball to center. Here comes Davis. He's there. And there's 1 down. Boy, the 6th has become infamous, hasn't it? Wow. It's funny how selective memory works, because that's really what this is, you know. Here's Barton now. Barton just 4 for 21. That's 190. Does not have a home run. Koufax into the windup. It's a 1-5 left-handed grounder wide of second. Lefevre there. Throws to Parker for the out. I got to tell you guys, I'm pretty jacked up about Eric coming to visit. Eric hasn't been to Spokane in 35 years. I've been down to California to visit many, many times in that time period. Of course, I love going to California to visit. Let's face it, Spokane isn't exactly a hotspot destination for vacation, is it? Here's Brown with 2 outs. Let's find Ollie Brown's numbers on the year. Holy cow, Brown's only hitting 171, does not have a homer, and just 2 RBIs. Koufax into the windup, comes in with a 6-8 righty, swung on and missed, strike 3. 1-2-3 inning for Koufax. That's his first strikeout. Giants go down in order, and we go to the bottom of the second, still 2-0. According to my deal here, let me refresh this. We've got, I show 5 people in the chat. I see Frank and Franklin. Anybody else there I want to say hi? One of them could be Eric, who is right now in a long layover. Well, not really that long, a semi-long layover at the San Jose airport. It'll be the bottom third of the order for the Dodgers. Wes Parker will lead it off. Parker hitting .274, 4 homers, a dozen RBIs. Switch hitter batting right-handed, Gibbon set now. Here's the pitch now on a 2-7, swung on and missed, strike 3. First strikeout for Gibbon. Parker goes down on strikes. And welcome to Kurt Miller. Wow, right here in almost my backyard. Cap Peterson, born in Tacoma. Jeff Torborg will be the batter now. Torborg hitting .212, no homers, just 2 RBIs. Torborg is 11 for 52. He's been in 14 games. Holy crap, Kurt, that's awful. And a little too close to home, I must say. That's going to be a 3-3 lefty. It's a foul ball, left side, Hart, waiting for it to come down, and he squeezes it for out number 2. That'll bring up Koufax. Right-handed batter, 1W. The pitch from Gibbon, 4-7 righty. It's a base hit up the middle. How about that? Koufax not known for his bat at all. And with a 2-out single. Gibbon primarily a reliever for the Giants this year, following in the suit of we've played enough games now where you start to see patterns, and it's really clear that pretty much every team, when possible, tries to throw lefties at the Dodgers, and it's not hard to see why. Here's Maury Wills. Koufax barely off the bag as Gibbon comes to Wills with a 4-10, swung on and missed, strike 3. That'll do it. 2 Ks for Gibbon. No runs, a hit, 1 left. We played 2 innings here in Los Angeles. It is 2-0 Dodgers. And here's Koufax. I got to tell you, I love playing with Koufax. If I was going to do another replay, I'd probably do one in the 60s. Jeffrey has 69, 62, and 64 covered. I've done 66. Don't really want to do 68. Way too, as much as I love pitching, let's not get carried away, and that's exactly what the pitching did in 68. You guys all know that story. So that would leave me 61, 63, 65, or 67 to choose from. Anyway, something to think about. It's going to be a while. At the pace I'm on, I've got this replay approximately 5 years, 3 months, or 5.2 years. Here's Lanier to lead it off for San Francisco. Lanier, just 21 for 124, hitting 169. He does have a home run. Koufax into the windup. It's a 5-7, double to 6 on an 18. That's going to hang up in center for Davis, who backs up and makes the catch. That'll bring up Gibbon. Gibbon also a right-handed batter, 2W. The pitch from Koufax on a 6-7 struck him out. Gibbon, the pitcher, completely overmatched by Koufax. Quickly 2 down, and here's Tito Fuentes. Fuentes flew to right his first time up today. Koufax into the windup. 4-8 right-handed, swung on and missed. Strike 3. That's 3 Ks for Sandy. And he's retired 7 in a row. We go to the bottom of the third, 2-0 LA. Here's Gibbon now. It'll be Gilliam, Davis, and Ferrara for the Dodgers in the bottom of the third. Got my coffee here. Heat wave in Spokane this weekend. Holy cow. Just when we thought it was over, right? It's going to be like 92 today, I think. It's 83 currently. Beautiful day right now. Here's Gillingham. He walked his first time up, came around to score. Gibbon comes in with a 1-9 left-handed. It's a grounder down to third base. Hart gloves it. Across to Peterson for the out. Here's Willie Davis now. Davis tripled in a run and then came around to score himself. Left on left. Gibbon said it's going to be a 6-8. Double to 4. That's a base hit on a 17. So Willie Davis is 2 for 2. And Davis can fly. Let's check the battery now. Davis is star 17 stealer. -2 +2 is a wash. So they're going to have to hold Davis on, making him a 15. Dodgers like to play small ball. Davis is going to try for that lead. 2 through 5, 11 or 12. 11, he's got it. The pitch to Ferrara. There he goes, 1-15. The throw from Barton. He's out. Oh my, what a throw by Bob Barton to nail him. Let me write that in here. Caught stealing Willie Davis. Davis now 8-4 as far as stolen bases and caught stealing goes. And here's the next pitch to Ferrara with 2 down. That's a 6-10 right-handed fly ball to center field X. That's Willie Mays gliding back on it, a 1-E8. Still going back. Here's the play on a 7. He makes a nice running catch and the side is retired. 8X. Down go the Dodgers. We played 3 innings. Dodgers lead it 2-0. I have to say, normally I don't play a game at this time of day. I think I'm probably in conflict with Jeffrey's game at the moment. Sorry about that. I got to get one in since we won't have a game for the next 5 days. Unless, of course, Eric decides to play me. We could play one of the games coming up on the schedule. If that were to happen, I can tell you right now, we would probably jump. I've never played a game out of order yet, but we probably would this time, because the next game on the schedule is White Sox at Twins. And for a more competitive game, I'd probably jump to the last game of May 19th, Cardinals at Phillies. That would be a pretty good game. That one has the Jacksons pitching. Al Jackson for St. Louis, Larry Jackson for Philly. I'm afraid the Chicago, Minnesota. Of course, you never know. That could be a good game. On paper, kind of a mismatch, with John Buzzard opposing Jim Perry. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. And hello, Gerald. Welcome. We're going to the 4th inning. It's a Lou Mays and Hart for the Giants. Excuse me. Koufax assigned from Torborg now. Pitch to Alou is a 6-10 right-handed. It's a fly to center field X. That's Willie Davis. Davis, tough play. Going back. 2E12. Still going back on a 14. He makes a nice running catch for the out. And up steps Willie Mays. Mays tied with Aaron for the Major League lead in homers with 12. 28 RBIs on the season. Koufax set. Here's the pitch on a 5-10 right-handed. It's a grounder to third base X. That's going to be a tough play for Gilliam. Gilliam a 4E23. Here's the play. On a 20, he's got it. Long throw, just in time to nip the Speedy Mays. 5-3X. 2X plays, 2 outs quickly. And here's Jim Ray Hart. Koufax into the windup. The pitch to Hart is a 4-2 right-handed. It's a fly ball into center. Can of corn for Willie Davis, waiting for it to come down. And 1, 2, 3 go the Giants in the fourth. Here's Gibbon now. Gibbon, only a 5 endurance starter, by the way. I tell you, Kurt, how did Washington ever give up on McCormick? We just saw McCormick here in the replay the other day. Yesterday, in fact. Yeah. He took the loss, but he pitched a great game. He was up against Tiant, who, of course, fired a one-hit shutout. Lefevre, Fairley, and Parker due for the Dodgers in the bottom of the fourth. Lefevre had a sac fly his first time up, hitting right-handed against Gibbon. Here's the pitch on a 2-9. It's a high fly ball to deep left field. Backing up is a Lou, just shy of the track, hauls it in. So Lefevre gave it a ride, got under it a little too much. It's a loud out to left, and here's Ron Fairley. Fairley 0 for 1. Given the sign from Barton now. Here's the pitch on a 5-12 left-handed. That's a grounder to first base X. That's going to be a tough play for Peterson. Peterson a 4E30. And here's the play on a 15E range. It's an 8 on a 30, and he boots it. Not surprisingly, error Peterson. First error of the game. Peterson didn't play a lot of first base in his defense there. Hard hit ball, tried to backhand it, and it just bounced off of his glove. 1 out, and here's Parker. Parker struck out his first time against Gibbon. Gibbon staring in now. The pitch to Parker is a 5-7 right-handed. Double to 2, it's a 7. That'll be a single 2 stars. Fairly rounds and heads for third. Base hit Parker. And trailing 2-0 against Koufax. There's already action down in the Giant pen. Bob Pretty, the right-hander, begins throwing. Let's see if they have another lefty down there. McDaniel, Lindsay. They do not. Their only left-handed reliever is starting the game. You've got 5 righties down there. Wait, I take that back. I do take that back. Hang on a second. Okay, where the heck is he? I know it's here. Hang on. Bill Henry, the computer-only card, is a lefty. But he would have to be used strictly situationally, as he's terrible against righties. Here's Torborg with runners at the corners and 1 down. Let's see how they're going to play this now. Against the, I like to look at the ground ball A's, of course. That's 14. Oh, he's got a ton of them. They're going to play at double play depth. Gibbon hoping to coax a ground ball out of Torborg here. From the stretch, It's a 3-6, and he gets exactly that as he grounds a hard ball to third. Hart to Fuentes to Peterson, double play. No runs, a hit, one left. So Torborg, who grounded into a lot of double plays, does so here. We've got 4 innings in the books. It's 2-0 Dodgers. We are Franklin. Game 297 of the replay. I believe it's 1607. Of course, there's 1620 scheduled, obviously. 10 times 162. Or 20 teams times 162 divided by 2, whatever. I think there were 1,607 actually played, so 13 games not made up. Somebody could check me on that. Ed Sudol calling the balls and strikes. I remember Ed. Moving to the 5th, it'll be Cap Peterson to lead it off. Peterson, who made an error in the bottom of the 4th, didn't hurt him though. Koufax into the windup. That's going to be a 1-8 comebacker. Sandy has it. Flips to Parker. And there's one down. Here's Barton now. Koufax into the windup. Here's the pitch to Barton on a 5-4. That's catcher's card X. That's going to be Torborg. Torborg a 3E7. The roll is an 11. That's the E rating. It's a 4 on an E7. That could be trouble, and it is. It's an error on Torborg, and Barton will reach. Error Los Angeles. Barton to first with one down. Barton no steal rating whatsoever. Slow runner, and here's Ollie downtown Brown. Brown struck out his first time. Koufax from the stretch comes into Brown with a 5-10 right-handed. That's a grounder to third base X. That's Gillian will be tested again. With a 4E23, here's the play. On a 20, he's got it. Only play to first. Runner will move up to second. So a 5-3X. Barton moves over to second. And it will be up to Hal Lanier. Temporary thoughts of, actually I should say momentary thoughts of walking him to get to the pitcher, but Lanier a weak hitter. Plus he represents the tying run. You never walk the tying run, do you? Here's the pitch to Lanier. 6-4 right-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. No, you sure don't. Strikeout number 4 for Koufax. That'll do it for the Giants in the 5th. And hello, Kenyon Gray. That's where I remember Barton. Thank you, Kurt. I knew him, but I didn't remember him as a Giant. Bob Barton was the Padres catcher. That's right. As we move to the bottom of the 5th on a beautiful day here, Sandy Koufax will lead it off. He singled his first time up, right-handed batter. Given comes in 3-7. It's a grounder to second. Fuentes will take it. Easy play. And Koufax is out. That'll flip the lineup over. Here's Wills now, 0 for 2 today. Batting righty. Given gets the sign from Barton. Here's the pitch. 5-7 right-handed. It's a double to 2 on an 11. That'll be a long single. Wills rounds and holds it first. Will's a star 15, the battery 0. He will have to be held at 13. That'll bring up Gilliam 0 for 1 with a walk. Wills is going to try for that lead. 2 through 10, 12. He's out on an 11. 6, he's got the lead. The pitch to Gilliam. There goes Wills. 1-13. Barton's throw. He's stolen it. For Wills now, that is his 14th steal of the season. He's been caught 4 times. Neck and neck with Lou Brock in the stolen base race. Let's take a look at that real quick. Bear with me while I check stolen bases. That pulls Wills 1 ahead of Brock. No. Yes, it does. His 14th steal, Brock has 13. Next pitch to Gilliam is a 2-9 left-hand. That's a grounder to shortstop. Lanier has it, looks Wills back, and throws him out. 2 away, it'll be up to Willie Davis. Davis 2 for 2 in this one. Al Ferrara on deck. Left on left. Gibbon comes in there with a 6-5. He struck him out. 3rd strikeout for Gibbon. That'll do it in the 5th. No runs, a hit, 1 left. We've got 5 innings here, and it is 2-0 Dodgers. And here's Koufax now. And the Giants will send up a hitter in the 6th for Gibbon. Quick hook, I know, especially for me, but Gibbon a 5-inning pitcher anyway, and they trail by 2. They got to try to score. So Gibbon's day ends. Bob Pretty, who is ready, will be coming on, the right-hander. And let's see what we've got on the bench. A lot of left-handed batters on this Giant bench. They've got Haller, they've got Virgil. Haller's a lefty. Jim Davenport will be the hitter. He pinch hit in this game in real life, in fact. So why not? He's a right-handed hitter. Davenport, 19 for 56 on the season. He's leading the club with a .339 average, although he doesn't have enough at-bats to qualify, of course. Mays would be the leader at .314. 1 homer for Davenport, 7 RBIs. Right-handed batter, Koufax into the windup. The pitch to Davenport is a 5-8 grounder to second base X. Tough play for Jimmy Lefevre, a 3E17 there as he ranges behind the bag. Here's the play, it's the error range. 6 on a 17, and he boots it. Error Lefevre. Second Los Angeles error of the afternoon. Davenport reaches. And the top of the lineup will come up. Tito Fuentes, 0 for 2. Tito batting right-handed. A bunter, but they trail by 2. Koufax from the stretch. The pitch to Tito, a 3-10 left-handed. He pops him up right side. Lefevre will take that one for the first out. That one I did know, Kurt. He was the first pick, right? In the expansion draft. Here's Jesus, 0 for 2 today. Koufax checks the runner. Now from the stretch, comes in there with a 2-11. That's a base hit into center field. Open single. Davenport could try to go to third on that. That's to center. Davenport 11 to center. Davis a -110. They're going to put the brakes and hold him at second. First and second, 1 out, and look who's coming up. Just a freaking classic matchup, isn't it? Sandy Koufax pitching to Willie Mays, 2 on and 1 out. Dodgers lead by 2. Koufax with the pitch. It's a 3-6 left-handed fly ball to center. Backing up is Davis. He is there to make the catch. The Mays got under a bit, lofts one to center. High fly ball. Davis makes the play on it. And here's Jim Ray Hart. Hart 0 for 2. Koufax steering in now. Here's the pitch to Hart. It's a 3-5 left-handed. That is a single, 2 stars. That's going to score Davenport. Alou all the way to third. And it's a 2-1 ball game. So Jim Ray Hart comes through with a 2-out single. And the batter will be Peterson. Peterson, 0 for 2 today. Runners at the corners. Koufax from the pitch. 5-6 right-handed. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Big strike out there for Sandy. That is 4. 2, 3. 4th strikeout of the day. Giants get a run on a hit and leave one. Unearned run charged to Sandy. And go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 2-1 Dodgers. Gibbons done. Here comes Bob Pretty. Pretty's been in 4 games, no record, 2.7 ERA, and just 3 1/3 innings of work. Right-handed pitcher. And we're going to let Ferrara bat in the 6th inning. Here's the pitch to Ferrara now. On a 2-6, it's a high fly ball to deep left field. Going back is Alou at the track, at the wall. It's off the top of the wall. Ferrara in with a stand-up double. Just missed the home run. Let's take another look at it. 2-6 right-handed. Homer to 19. He rolls the 20. How about that? It'll be a leadoff double for Ferrara. And the batter will be Lefevre. Lefevre 0 for 1, had a sac fly in the first. He'll turn around and bat lefty against Pretty. Pretty checks the runner. The pitch to the plate is a 3-12, and he hits him. Oh my goodness, the second hit batter of the game. Ferrara was plunked in the first. And the Dodgers have something going on here in the bottom of the 6th. 2 on, nobody out. That's right, Frank. Your pre-play was 2-1. As I get tongue-tied there. Ron Fairley will be the hitter. Ron's 0 for 2 today. Pretty, a check of the runners. Now from the stretch, comes in there with a 5-11 left-handed. It's a grounder to first base X. That's going to be Peterson. Already has 1 error today. 4 E30. On a 2, he is not going to get it. That's going to be a single 2 stars. That's good enough to score Ferrara. Lefevre to third. It's 3-1. And the batter will be Wes Parker. And Lindy McDaniel begins to toss in the Giants' pen. They use Shaw in real life. I'm not sure that's a good idea at this juncture. Shaw is available, of course. Mostly a starter. Shaw has 5 starts, just 1 relief appearance so far. McDaniel with the better card. So here's Parker. Parker 1 for 2. Let's check his ground ball A's. There's like 9, 16, 18 or so. Yeah, they're going to play at double play depth here. Pretty trying to coax the ground ball. It worked with Torborg back in the 4th. Let's see what happens here. From the stretch, it's a 6-7 left-handed. He struck him out. Huge strikeout there for Pretty. That's just the first out of the inning, and here's Torborg now. Torborg 0 for 2. Popped to third and hit into a double play to third. Infield at double play depth as Pretty comes in there with a 3-9 right-handed. He struck him out. Oh my God, Pretty gets tough with runners in scoring position. Fanning, Parker, and Torborg, and the batter will be Koufax. Right on right here, and here's the pitch from Pretty. It's a 4-7, and it's a single for Sandy, and he's 2 for 3. Oh my goodness, can you believe it? An RBI single. Lefevre scores. Fairley will stop at second. And it's 4-1. The Koufax, not known for his bat, is 2 for 3 today. 2 down, Maury Wills the hitter. 1 for 3 on the day. Pretty into the windup. The pitch to Maury is a 4-6 left-handed. That's a base hit into left field. Wills stroked it the other way. 4-6 open single. Fairley can try to score on that. 12 with 2 outs, 14. Alou a -1, 13. They're going to send him with 2 outs. The throw to the plate. He scores. Fairley in to score. Koufax, a pitcher, will stop at second. Wills by himself could have gone to second on that play, but with the slow-running Koufax in front of him, he's got nowhere to go but to hold it first. Five to 1 Dodgers as Jim Gilliam steps to the plate. Gilliam will turn around and bat lefty against Pretty, and here's the pitch. It's a 3-6 right-handed. It's a little slow roller to first. Peterson will take it to the bag to retire the side. But 3 runs on 4 hits, they leave a pair. We're through 6. It's Dodgers 5, Giants 1. This is the rubber game, remember, of a 3-game set. And, of course, the big treat of the day, Koufax on the mound. Koufax with just 4 Ks so far, though. Kind of an atypical game for Sandy, who leads the majors in strikeouts. Oh, wow, Ollie played at Tacoma. I've been to that park, Kurt, one time. I have a buddy who grew up in Tacoma. He lives in Milton now, not far from there. Boy, and you nailed it, Franklin. The 6th inning again. This is becoming a thing. Okay, 5 to 1. We're going to the 7th. Barton, Brown, and Lanier due for the Giants. Barton is 0 for 2 today. Reached on an error his last time up. Koufax gets the sign from Torborg. Pitch to Barton on a 1-4. It's a slow roller to third. Charging is Gilliam. He throws him out. Here's Brown now, 0 for 2 on the day. Koufax into the windup. He comes in there with a 4-9 right-handed. It's a grounder to shortstop X. Tough play for Wills. 3 E27 as Maury ranges behind the bag. On a 19, he's there, turns and throws him out. 6-3X, 2 away. And here's Lanier. Lanier 0 for 2. The pitch from Koufax. That's a 5-7, double to 6, and that's going to drop and roll to the wall. Davis chases it down. Lanier quickly out of the box rounds. He's going to make it into second with a 2-out double. Let's take another look at that. 5-7 right-handed, double to 6. The roll is a 5, and it's a double for Lanier. And now the Giants will send up a pinch hitter for Pretty. So we can close the book on both pitchers. Gibbon in his 5 innings allowed 3, 4, 5 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, and he hit a batter. And he struck out 3. Pretty in his 1 inning gave up 1, 2, 3, 4 hits, 3 runs, hit a batter, and struck out a pair. Lindy McDaniel will be the next pitcher. He's been loosening down there as it is. And the batter is going to be Ozzie Virgil, who I remember from the Braves. Virgil has not played much this season. He's just 1 for 2. He only had 89 at-bats in real life. Good power against lefties, though. Runner at second, 1 down. Here's Ozzie. The pitch from Sandy Koufax is a 4-8. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Boy, it's hard to come off the bench against Sandy Koufax. Giants retired, no runs a hit, 1 left as we stretch for the 7th. Dodgers lead it 5-1, and Lindy McDaniel will be coming on to pitch as we stretch for the 7th. Oh, Franklin, I'd love to hear the theory. Absolutely. And yes, Kurt, the young Ollie downtown Brown. Frank, yes, unless we have a spontaneous game, the next game will be next Wednesday. Have a great day, Frank. And welcome to Mike. That's right, isn't it? Sports Time Machine, you're Mike. I don't know why I'm not 100% certain of that. I'm almost sure that's correct. And that would be Senior, not his kid. I'm trying to figure out who is Senior. Oh, Ozzie Virgil, of course. Yes, yes. Well, let's take a look at it while we're stretching. Ozzie played 56-69. The other Virgil, 80-90. Oh, right, so I'm getting them all mixed up. The one I remember from Atlanta is his kid. Thank you, Mike. I missed that entirely. Let's have a little Mookie stretch here. He's actually in a different location today. There's where I play. There's the desk, the back of the couch. And there he is. That's where I usually sit. He's sitting in my seat. That's fine, Mookie. You just lay there and relax. I'm going to refill my coffee quickly, and then we'll get started again here. give it a little warm up there. Here's Lindy McDaniel now. McDaniel with a good card. The results have not been quite as good. He's been in 13 games, 0-2 with a 5.4 ERA across 20 innings of work. They still have Shaw available. I don't, Gerald, but that's an excellent trivia question. Let's see if anybody can come up with that. Okay, we've got coffee. McDaniel's ready to work. Part of the order for the Dodgers. Davis, Ferrara, and Lefevre due up. That actually makes sense, Franklin. And a shout out to Rick, who's here as well. Pretty good crowd for an off-scheduled game time, right? Okay, here's Davis. Willie is 2 for 3 today. McDaniel ready to work. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 2-2 right-handed. He struck him out. Davis fans for the second time. And that'll bring up Ferrara. Ferrara 1 for 2. Doubled in the 6th. He was hit by a pitch in the 1st. That was against Gibbon, of course. McDaniel set now. The windup, the pitch. 5-9 right-handed. Grounder into the hole at short. Lanier is there. Strong throw in time. And here's Lefevre. Lefevre 0 for 1. He was plunked in the 6th. Batting lefty against Lindy McDaniel. 6-6 left-handed. He loses him. Ball 4. Oh, yeah, it does have to be an Oriole. Unless, of course, we're only counting regular season. Throw that back to Gerald. What are the parameters, Gerald? It was an Oriole. Okay, so it was not... Didn't have to be regular season. It was actually, literally, the last hit. I have no idea. I'm going to guess Davy Johnson. Just because I don't think it's somebody obvious, but we'll see. I'd say one of the Robinsons, but I'm going to guess Davy Johnson. So a 1-out walk to Lefevre. McDaniel a -1 hold. Barton a +2, so that's a +1. Lefevre no threat to steal, however. And here's Fairley 1 for 3. McDaniel checks the runner. Now from the stretch, comes into Fairley on a 5-9 left-handed. Fairley goes the other way with it and lofts a high fly ball into left. Alou, easy play to retire the side. No runs, no hits, 1 left on. We're through 7. Dodgers 5, Giants 1. And they're going to replace Ferrara with Lou Johnson. Not sure why Lou wasn't in the lineup. He had 526 at-bats that year. Johnson in left, a 2E5 with a 0 arm. 60 in running. And we go to the 8th. Koufax has allowed 3 hits today, none through the first 5 innings. Oh, I got lucky. Wild guess. See, it is possible to win the lottery. You don't have to have a clue what you're doing. Just throw a dart. Top of the order for San Francisco, Fuentes, Alou, and Willie Mays. Here's Fuentes, 0 for 3 today. Koufax staring in now, the windup. The pitch to Tito is a 6-5. That's a high fly ball to left. Ferrara backing up. Johnson backing up just shy of the track makes the catch. Johnson inserted for defense. And there's one away. Here is Alou now, 1 for 3. Koufax gets the sign from Torborg. Here's the pitch. That's a 4-7 right-handed. Fly ball to right field. Alou lifts it the other way, fairly waiting for it to come down. And there's 2 away. And that'll bring up Willie Mays. Willie 0 for 2 with a walk today. Koufax into the windup. The pitch to Willie is a 1-11. Grounder down to third base. It's Gilliam. Strong throw just in time. 1-2-3-8 for Sandy. Just 5 strikeouts today. But he's pitching a gem nonetheless. McDaniel will come out for his second inning of work and face the bottom third of the Dodger order here in the bottom of the 8th. Parker will lead it off. Parker 1 for 3 today, batting left-handed against McDaniel. Here's the windup. 2-11 righty. It's a grounder. Little slow roller to second. Fuentes charging. Throws to Peterson. And there's one down. Andy Etchebarren. Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay. It was Johnson, wasn't it? Last hit off of Page. Oh, my goodness. I couldn't even venture a guess on that one. Jeff Torborg, the batter. He's 0 for 3 today. McDaniel into the windup. 1-3. It's a slow roller to third. Here comes Hart. He's got it on the run and throws him out. Koufax will bat. He's going for the complete game. The pitch from McDaniel. 4-4 right-handed. It's a shallow fly ball to center. Mays comes in and handles it, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Lindy McDaniel. McDaniel did a good job out of the bullpen, not so much so for Bob Pretty. And we go to the 9th in a 5-1 ball game. A good time for me to thank all of you guys for hanging out with me. Ted Williams. In this case, I'm thinking it had to be a star because it was a no-no because he played in the major leagues. I'm still going to go Williams. The Splendid Splinter. Greatest hitter of all time. Well, he says he was, and I'm inclined to agree with him. Thanks, everybody, for watching today. I'm pretty excited about my buddy Eric visiting, picking him up at the airport this afternoon. And unless we play a live game, I'll be back with you on Wednesday. It'll be Hart, Peterson, maybe Barton, maybe a pinch hitter for Barton, as we go to the 9th. Jim Ray Hart 1 for 3 today. Drove in the Giants' only run in the 6th. Koufax into the windup. The pitch to Hart is a 5-7 right-handed double to 6, and that's going to be down in center and a roll to the wall. Davis chasing after it. Hart rounds and cruises into second with a leadoff double. Let's take another look at it. 5-7 double to 6 on the 6. He gets it. And Hart's 2 for 4. 2 of the 4 hits today for the Giants. Played after Ted. Austin. Oh, I'm trying to get the time frame in my head. I'll let someone else take a shot. Cat Peterson's 0 for 3 today. Koufax checks the runner. Pitch to Cap on a 5-7. That's a double to 6. We've got not a flat die. That's going to be a re-roll on the 20. And he flies out to center field. 5-7 double to 6. It's a 10. Willie Davis makes the catch, and there's one down. Barton will give way to a pinch hitter. Lefty or no, I've got to get Willie McCovey into this game, right? I mean, come on, it's just fun. Willie McCovey will step to the plate. Oh, sure, he's not as good against lefties, but he still has very good power that side. McCovey on the season. 287, 7 home runs, 14 RBIs. Runner at second and 1 out. Left on left as Koufax delivers a 5-3. It's a grounder to the pitcher X. Sandy a 2-E4. Here's the roll on the play. Error range. It's a 3 on an E4, and he boots it. Error Koufax. A rare error for Koufax. That's E1, Hart to third. Third Dodger error of the afternoon. McCovey reaches. McCovey a slow runner, but his run not important anyway. 2 runners on, it's 5-1. Giants need to get one more base runner to get the tying run to the plate, and the batter will be Ollie Brown. Torborg out to the mound now, probably just to give Sandy a minute to regroup. Okay, everybody's set now as Brown stands in from the right side. Sandy out of the stretch. Delivers a 6-9, and he walks him to load the bases. Holy smoke, 9th inning drama here, and now the tying run will come to the plate. And is it going to be Lanier? It almost has to be. They don't have another infielder. Already used Davenport, the other shortstop. So Lanier will be the batter. And Phil Regan begins throwing lightly in the pen just in case. And now another conference on the mound. Regan throwing more vigorously as one more hit or walk will fatigue Koufax. He's a 9, but he's given up a double and a walk here in the 9th. One more hit or walk will tire Koufax, who looked like a cinch to get the complete game going into this inning. Bases loaded, 1 out. Here's Lanier, infield at double play depth. The pitch to Hal Lanier is a 1-7. That's a base hit into center field. Hart will score. McCovey can try to score. He will not. They're going to hold him at third. Brown to second. It's 5-2, and Koufax is tired. The Giants will send up a pinch hitter for McDaniel. Alston awaiting the pinch hitter. You know what he's going to do. Not much left to choose from, I'll tell you that. Haller. Best bet is Tom Haller. And that's who it's going to be. And here comes Alston, and that's going to do it. They're going to pull Sandy. He's fatigued. So the Vulture will be coming on. McCovey's at third. Koufax exits after 8 1/3. He gave up 3, 4, 5 hits. Walked a pair. And struck out 5. Phil Regan coming on. Regan's been in 15 games, 3-0, 6 saves with a 3.38 ERA in 21 innings. Score 5-2, it is a save situation. The bases are loaded. Tom Haller at the plate, pinch hitting for the pitcher. And we have high drama here in the ninth. Nervous crowd here at Dodger Stadium right now, as it looked like it was all Sandy going into the ninth. Giants threatening here. Tom Haller on the season. 222, 3 homers, 6 RBIs, left-handed hitting catcher. Infield at double play depth. Here's the pitch from Regan. It's a 6-8 left-handed fly ball to right field. That's going to be deep enough for McCovey to tag and score as Fairley makes the catch. McCovey will cross the plate, and it's 5-3. Two down, and Tito Fuentes the hitter. Runners take their leads. Regan from the stretch. The pitch to Tito is a 1-6. That's a single, 2 stars. That's going to drive in Brown. Holy smoke, that is 5-4. 1-6 righty, a 2-star single, Lanier to third. And that's an RBI for Fuentes. And the batter will be Alou with Willie Mays on deck. Where were you, Franklin? It's definitely drama time. Alou 1 for 4 today. Tying run at third. Go ahead run at first. There are 2 away. Here's the pitch to Jesus Alou on a 2-7 right-handed. Right in the heart of his good column. He gets under it and lofts it high to center field. Willie Davis waiting for it to come down, and that's the ball game. The Giants score 3 runs in the ninth on 3 hits. Final score 5-4. So a very different game than both the real-life game and Frank's pre-play. I'll have the totals for you in just a moment. Regan picks up the save, his 7th. Koufax ends up with a win. He's now 7-1. Not vintage Koufax today by any means. He allowed 4 of the runs. Two of them earned. Regan gave up 1 hit. No runs for Regan. Sack fly, no walks, no strikeouts. McDaniel allowed just a walk in his 2 innings with a strikeout. No runs allowed. McDaniel kept them in the game. Okay, the totals. The Dodgers in winning, 5 runs, 9 hits. They made 3 errors. The Giants, 4 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. Player of the game. It might be Regan. Yeah, Rick, indeed. They almost let that get away. I'm looking for other possible player of the game candidates. Koufax almost had it in the bag until the 9th. I'm inclined to give the player of the game to Regan for the that was a tough save. You know what I mean? There's easy saves and there's tough saves. That was a tough save. Lacking an offensive standout, I'm going with Regan. Yastrzemski. Oh man. Thank you, Gerald. Willie Davis, 2 for 4. Drove in a run, scored a run. Heck, Koufax was 2 for 4. Oh my goodness. I'm going to give it to Regan for the save. Okay, again, if I play a game with Eric, a live game, it'll probably be the Cardinals at Phillies. Otherwise, the next game on the schedule is the White Sox at Twins. Once again, that is John Buzzhart for the White Sox, Jim Perry for the Twins. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with me. I'll see you in about 5 days. Take care, everybody. Have a great weekend. So long for now.